This is the rounded end and this one's the pointed end, so you get a different look again by using the different ones.
This is it, and if it's the first opportunity you've had to see the one-day special, this is your multi-rule 2, this is your one-day special, and you can see the stitch line that we've got in here, where that curved top part is there. You can see it peeping through that aperture there, and Ali will be showing us in a few moments how that stitch line forms, and then just rotate it round and round and round on that pivot point, as you can see. The other side here, that's working with the other side, so you can see more of a pointed aspect to that particular one. And then, of course, you can see that curve being used for your clamshells down at the bottom here. That's why it's a multi-rule. You've got all those different edges, different apertures in there to allow you to get truly creative with this. Now, if it's the first time that you've seen Ali's rule system, you do need to know that you need a special foot to work with this, Ali.
You certainly do, yeah, but that is the only essential thing that you need. It's high shank or low shank at the moment. There is a new one in production. And basically what you need to do is lower the foot, you press the foot on your machine and measure from the screw hole to the base of your machine, and if it's a ½ inch it's low, if it's 3/4 or above it's a high.
That's it. Now don't worry if you do get hold of the low shank, you suddenly find that you need the high shank. Ali will swap them over, but we are finding that about 85% of people need that low shank.
Any doubt, get the low one.
And then work it from there. Now the good idea that if you've not gone for the system before is get hold of the one-day special, because you're going to get hold of that fabulous deal alongside the foot, and those are the details we've got up on the screen. You're still going to get that saving, but it also gives you the addition of that foot, and it spreads the cost over 2 payments as well, £32.49. There are other ways of getting hold of the foot as well, so it might have a different option that you might want to check out. We'll tell you some of the ways you can get hold of that in a moment. Now, of course, you can jump onto the website, place your order for your one-day special on its own if you're wanting to, or go for it alongside the foot. It's entirely up to you. But if you want to get hold of it with the foot, 086209 is your item number for you to get hold of it. There you go. Now, something that we saw, it's not all that long ago you were here, and you bought these scrolls.
Yes, there was a set of 6 smaller rulers, and the scroll was one of them, and it was very popular.
And it was the smaller one that we have seen before?
Yes, it was smaller than both those two.
Oh, right.
So if you have that one, then these will add to it.
Fabulous.
It's not the same. So these two are like an addition to that one, basically. And you've got 2 scrolls, both sides, inside and outside, so you can use those to get different size scrolls. You can use just part of it, you can use the full, and you can make lots of things like hearts, like little flourishes. You can do an all-over pattern.
And this is the beauty, you can get really creative with these, because you'll see those shapes and you'll work out figures of getting them nested and kind of working with each other. This one is kind of using a random pattern.
Yeah, like an all-over pattern, which a lot of people want to learn that first before they go into the different areas.
That's a good idea.
Free motion.
But then you've got where you've used it in the corners and created your own hearts with some of these.
Yeah, and this one's using the one-day special as well. So we've used the one-day special in the centre, we've used the scrolls to do the hearts, and then we've used the scroll around the edge.
Nice idea.
And the square part is also from the one-day special on the straight edge. Yeah.
Do like that idea. So you can see how you're going to start using these and how incredibly useful they're going to be. Now, if you've already got your rules and you'd like to share photos, perhaps the things that you've created, maybe ideas and inspiration, maybe the way that you've been using it and how it's changed the way that you're doing your free motion work, then you can get in touch, studio@hochanda.com. Plenty of time for you to get in touch. So do be part of the show. Let us know how you've got on with it.
Also, you can use the foot as a free motion foot.
Oh, on its own.
Because you can see over the top. So if you haven't got a free motion foot, you don't need to buy both.
Wonderful.
Just buy this one, it will do both. But if you've got a free motion foot, you cannot use that to use the rulers.
There you go. Brilliant. Now, if you fancy going for the brand new scrolls, and here we go, got the details on your screen, £21.99, 868 861. Now, you are jumping ahead, which is always good because Ali always brings a fabulous range, and we don't always get to them as quick as we'd like to. This bundle is brilliant. Now, this is perfect for anybody that's completely new to the whole system, because you're going to get your foot with this.
Excellent value. You're going to get the foot, either high or the low shank foot. You're going to get the multi-ruler, you're going to get the circles, there's 5 different rulers in the circles, and you're going to get the arc, so you've got a lot to play with, and they will all combine together perfectly.
They're brilliant, they really are. Now, as you look at these, you'll see that you've got a white coating. That is to protect the perspex that they've been cut from. You'll also see some little scorch marks there from the engineering, but when you actually peel that back, it's not going to have any detrimental effect at all on those.
No, they're totally clear underneath.
In a minute. These are brilliant. I mean, the circles are one of the trickiest shapes to do easily.
Yeah, this one's actually not done with circles here. It's done with the semicircle on the edge.
Of course,
so it's just like a shortened circle, and that actually makes that design come out when you do the four sides.
Nice, it's like an oval slightly, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah? It's like a squash circle or an oval,
Like we have got a quilt, which I'm going to grab hold of this quilt just to show you, because that's the one that's got all the circles
yes.
on, isn't it? Let me hold this up so you can have a proper look at this. This is brilliant.
Yes, we have.
Look at this. That's fabulous. And this is where you may come across your top stitching. If you've created a quilt, quite often you have to have a long arm machine in order to do that sewing on the top stitch. But of course, with your ruler system, you don't need to.
No, and this has been done on a domestic machine, so it's not been done on one of the long arm with the rotation arms. So this has just been done on a normal sit-down machine, and we just use the different size circles to make it look like bubbles.
I think it's brilliant. Really does work well. And I love this, use the drunken path. There you go, so it's another one of your traditional quilting shapes. So again, you can get so much fun out of it. This is another piece that's been used because, of course, you've got lots of different rules within that, including the multi-rule one, again with that straight edge that allows you to do this kind of turning shape in here.
That's done with straight lines, and it is very simple to do. I think there is a video on my Facebook page doing that one.
Brilliant. And I've shared the link to that one as well.
Oh, so thank you, Hayley.
Yes, it's on my Facebook page if you don't know where to look. Now, if you want to get hold of this particular system, it's a brilliant starting point. And lots of people have been going through for this over the course of the last 24 hours, so perhaps you will too. 620886 is your item number. 2 flexi buys of this one of £50, and it is including your foot. So you do need to decide whether you're going to go for that low shank or that high shank. Lots of other shapes to share with you because people do add into that range, starting off with whichever bundle with the foot and then kind of growing with it as time goes on. And these are brilliant because they've got lots of different edges to them in the same way as the multi-rule.
Yeah, they are. These are really good for embellishing the other ones that you've got, i.e. the hexagons, the diamonds, the circles. So you'll use these to add on to your shapes to do some pattern building.
Now, this is brilliant because you've got lots of different shapes. Now, this particular one has come from... Am I holding up the right one?
I think it's the scallop wave.
Right, OK.
I think, let's just have a look.
This is the way...
Yes, it is. That's...
OK.
Is it? No, it may be that one, Hayley. You may be right.
So this particular one... Oh, it's...
I don't know myself.
Different size curves on there. They can have different effects with those, can't you? So, yeah, you could do something similar. That one does look a little tighter. The beauty is that you've got lots of different sizes, so you could actually do... For instance, this one here, you've got a curved shape there. Obviously, it's smaller, but it's a similar sort of idea. So maybe the curve...
That one's been done with that one.
So if you're wanting to go for the deep wave, those are the details there. 643123 if you wanted to go for that particular wave. The next one is where we have got the finished samples to show you. This one, it reminds me of the Loch Ness Monster, really.
It does me a little bit. Or a camel, it's got 2 humps like a camel.
It's good. It's brilliant. And again, you've got lots of markings on there. This is how they look when you actually take that covering off and the white covering. And then, of course, you said, Ali, that's where you can be using those shapes to create those formations, as we've seen there, like the circles and things like that.
Flip it over and do the other side, so you would put the hook on both sides of the ruler.
Do like that idea. Now, if you fancy getting hold of the scallop wave, £21.99. Again, very easy for you to get hold of. 142845 being the item number. You could add that in alongside either the bumper set that we just looked at, maybe a one-day special with the foot, or maybe getting hold of the foot on its own. Now, we've got more choices for you as well. Now, if you want to work with maybe your traditional shapes, things like your hexagons or your diamonds, the next set is a perfect one for you to have a little look at. You're going to choose either or of these two. So it's the same price for each of them. You just decide which you're wanting to go for. Hexagons, very traditional shape.
Yeah, very useful as well. Very useful for using for cutting out as well as for doing the quilting. But you can still use them in the rotations. You've got some really lovely results with the hexagons. And I think just by cutting it out and doing a table run, it gives it a totally different look.
It does.
Seems weird seeing Christmas things now.
It does, yeah. But the shape itself, so the fabric has actually been cut with the templates as well.
Yes. So you've got, is there 6 different ones?
I think there is, yes, yeah.
6 different ones on there, and you can use the inside or the outside. So you've got quite a lot to work with. Yeah. The nested ones are always really good value.
Now, if you're liking the look of the little holly leaves that we've got featuring in here with the stitching, you can just about make those out with the holly berries. That's from the frozen set we'll be telling you about in a few moments. But if you want to go for your hexagons or indeed your diamonds, oh, actually, let's just hold you this one because this is another way of using those hexagons. This is clever because you'd look at that and you wouldn't think that was hexagons at all, would you? But when you start isolating them, you can actually see that they are hexagons, but that rotation gives you almost like that geometric flower in there.
That's the corner of one of the hexagons, and this one we've used the straight line to do the spiral again. Yeah. And this one you can just see the hexagons there. So there is so much that you can still do with these.
Lots of different ways. do like that. So that's the 6 hexagons that come together. The other option that you've got are the triangle, not the triangles. Well, they could be triangles, couldn't they? But they are diamonds. Triangles, Again, use them on that rotation. This is a brilliant example of just using 4. So again, you can see that almost like a petal-shaped formation. But then build it up. So you've got 8 featuring on that one. Going to your 16. Down at the bottom there, and then diagonally over here to your 32. Each time it looks totally different.
Yeah, and then you've got your border.
That's a nice idea.
Doing like an argyle pattern.
Yeah, both of those on the same item number. So 856 654. You decide, are you going to go for the hexagons, or are you going to go for diamonds, or are you going to go for both of them, because it's no additional post and packing if you do. Now, the final one that I need to tell you about is the frozen one. We saw a few moments ago the holly leaves, and they feature in this set. This is a brilliant deal because we've got a saving on this, and we've got flexi-buy.
Yeah, it's only because it's after Christmas, and we're running the stock down. Obviously, we don't want to be storing all that, so that's why we've given a good saving on this one.
Definitely. You're going to save £11. Flexi-buy in this one is just £17 for each of those 2 payments. It's proven to be very, very popular earlier on. Now, you can see here you've kind of got your... it's almost like an arm of a snowflake.
It is, yeah. It looks like a little stickman or a little lizard from the top.
But I do like that idea. I like the scalloped edge that you've got here. Nice wave working wet down. Straight edges, again, very, very useful. Then over here, we've got an interesting shape just of here. What's this?
That's the holly. If I show you this one here, Hayley, you'll probably understand a little bit better. So if I take that ruler...
OK, if I hold that up there, so we've got your holly leaf feature in here.
So it goes like that. Is it that one? I can't see it. Hang on, look, that's it. Yeah.
Oh, I see. So it's doing that. Oh,
yeah,
I
and then
see.
you
Now
flip
it over and do the other side.
So that will give you holly. Then you've got your circle for your berries.
Circle for your berries featuring in there as well. You've also got your Christmas bell, and you've also got what else have you got in there? There was something else I'm sure I looked at. Oh, to do the smaller snowflakes, wasn't it? The
yes.
On this one.
So on here you've got the little markings on here.
Yes.
And that is just stop and start positions for doing your little smaller ones. So you can do as many arms on that as you like.
I like that idea.
And then you've got your little wave for doing borders. I mean, that part of it and that part could be anything. It doesn't have to be Christmas. You could use it. And definitely the straight edge.
And it does actually look a little bit like a flower. You could do an applique flower.
You could, definitely, yeah.
Lots of ways you'll be using these. Now, if you fancy taking advantage of that saving, do it while you have the opportunity. 167470. 2 payments of £17, and spreading that cost over 2 payments, but £33.99 for 2 very useful rules.
Also, Hayley, the bell, wedding bells.
Oh, yes, of course.
The bow, anything
yeah.
for a little girl with bow and the tails on that.
It's a good point, actually, yeah. Definitely, you'll be using them all year round. Now, Ali, of course, was here last night launching the one-day special at 6 o'clock. Now, if you didn't catch that show, don't forget we've got that rewind feature on our website. All you need to do is go to the top of the screen, and you can find it via the schedule, or there is a rewind button there. You'll see lots of our popular shows along the bottom there, but you can actually do searches for shows as well if you're wanting to. So do take advantage of that as often as you like. Now, rewind shows tend to be on there for about a couple of weeks, so you've got a good amount of time for you to get your one-day special home, and then still go back and watch those shows and all the different shows that Ali has had. With these, I mean that you can kind of pick up all those hints and tips. Ali, of course, has her Facebook group, which you mentioned in the previous shows. If you go to my Facebook page, Hayley at Hochanda, Hochanda TV, should I say, on Facebook, you'll see a link there through to the Facebook group that Ali gets involved with. Lots of like-minded people helping you along the way.
And they're really helpful, very helpful. They've helped me out loads of times. Right,
now, what we
I'm using the hexagon because we've not used that one yet.
Oh, okay.
So I've just drawn some lines with the threader's pen, and I'm going to I've gone down one side already, basically just going around the edge each time, moving it down one.
Okay.
Because it does stitches a quarter of an inch away from the ruler each time. So it does look a bit strange, but all I'm doing is it's got a little lip on there, so when I place that on there, the line is a quarter of an inch away, and I'm just going to carry on stitching. I've got my feed dogs down. So this is going to give us a lovely geometric border.
It's quite a masculine style design, this one, isn't it?
Exactly, and we do make quilts for men as well.
Oh gosh, yes, lots of male quilters out there.
They're usually very, very good as well.
And don't forget, we have had pictures come through during the course of the day, so if you're tuning in for the first time, you've got photos of projects that you've worked on using any of Ali's rules. We'd love to see what you've been up to.
Oh, yes, please, I really would.
It's lovely getting inspiration from other people and different ideas.
So that is a very quick border, but it's giving you like a diamond and then a little line.
Nice.
So that doesn't look like a hexagon.
That's true.
So what I decided to do as well was I thought I'll do another border on here, and I'm going to use the big semicircle. So exactly the same. I'm going to place that on the edge, and I'm going to stitch around, and you can see just how easy it is. Stop on the line, go down again.
It's so quick, there's no tracing involved.
No, nothing, just
no measuring.
Sit down and sew. So back down to the stitched, well, to the drawn, oops, gone over, the drawn line. A couple of locking stitches, and then take that out. So I'm going to now turn it around and do the opposite side. And I'm going to start from the bottom because I know that I started on this line here. So I'm going to place that on the very edge there, put my needle down in the very corner, and I've put the hook on both sides of the ruler so that I can flip it over and it's still going to be stable.
So that's stopping it from sliding around on the fabric.
Yeah.
Ali, you've made quite a few different rules now with regards to your templates. Where do you get the ideas from, and what encourages you?
They're in my head.
Oh, right. So what comes out first? Do you have the idea of the design and then you work with the template, or do you design the template
I design the template and then see what I can do with it.
Okay.
Because the geometric ones work in so many different ways, and I haven't seen any quilting rulers done with geometric shapes.
No, that's very true.
And by using them, they all work. And it's just, I love just seeing what comes out. So the last one, I'm just positioning that on there.
The beauty of this particular one is because it's got at least six different areas that you can be working with it that we've discovered. You might be watching them and be able to see other shapes that we've missed on these. You haven't got separate rules for each one, have you? So the storage is all just in one piece.
Yep. And I think that's the beauty of it. If you go into a class or you don't want to be carrying a lot of your rulers around, but there you go.
That's nice.
That's giving you the... Do you want to hold it?
Yeah, shall I hold that up so you can see? Because that was as quick as that. In just a few moments, Ali has done 2 borders. So you can imagine just how quickly your sashing on your quilt is going to be working. So you can see just at the bottom there, you've almost got that diamond effect done with the hexagons, the half hexagons between the parallel lines. Parallel lines again this time, but with the half circle. So again, interlocking them almost. We're getting some wonderful results over and over again. And it's doodling with your needle.
It is doodling.
Getting ideas, getting inspiration before you commit yourself to your final piece.
Yeah. Creative stitching.
Yeah,
that's
a
how
good
I like
point.
to see
Yeah,
it.
creative stitching, definitely. So you can see why so many people have gone for our one-day special. It really is a brilliant deal. It's a new multi-rule 2, as you can see. First one is in the larger bundle that we've got the details at the bottom of the screen. And now you can get hold of the rule on its own as your one-day special, saving £5, bringing it down to £29.99. 066083 being the item number. You can get hold of your one-day special as a bundle with the foot as well, because don't forget you will need that foot. So if that's the way that you want to get your one-day special, let's give you those details just so you can make sure that you can get hold of it that way. Lots of you have been getting hold of it that particular way as well. And then, of course, you have got that multiple bundle of 2 flexi-buy payments of £50 if you're wanting to go for the large bundle that we started with. This details up on the screen. This is the one that's proven to be most popular with regards to the one-day special because it is including your foot as well. So lots of new sewers perhaps getting involved. A brilliant way of getting involved. And, of course, the affordability might be there because of the spread of the cost over 2 payments of £32.49. What are you up to now?
Right, I did unpick. I was doing this in one of the other hours. I don't know if it was with you or Leone.
I think it was Leone.
And I did unpick because I didn't use the circles. So I'm using the circles from out of the full system.
Lovely.
And I'm just doing the corner piece. So what I've done is, I will show you when I've just gone around this, I've looked to see which one will fit the best, rather than trying to make one fit. Because you've obviously got 5 different sizes.
Well, this is it. Concentric circles, so you've got lots of different options with those.
So what I've done is I've had a look from each one, which one would fit in there the best to take me from one circle to the next. So I'm going to do it again on the next side. So I've got my corner. I'm going to place the one of the markings on the corner and just look to see that they are going to be equal. And that looks about right to me. So I'm going to start from this semicircle here and work all the way around to the next one. And a couple of stitches.
Wow, that's easier.
And lift it up. So basically what I've been doing with this over the hours that I've been on the one-day special is trying to make a quilt that's starting from the centre and working out.
Yeah.
So it's totally been designed as we've been working. I'm just lining up that one.
That's the beauty of these templates. That's exactly how you can work with them when you get them home.
And that's on there. So again, just start on that line, a couple of stitches.
What sort of feedback and response have you had from people that got involved with your rules?
People are loving it.
Yeah.
A lot of it, like you were saying earlier, they're not getting any housework done, they're not feeding the children, but that's just the nature of it, I think.
I think that's the sign that you've kind of been bitten by a bug that you really want to get into. And the time just disappears as well, doesn't it?
It really does. It's amazing. You start stitching in your sewing room and then all of a sudden it's like, are you coming to bed?
And it's lots of different ideas evolve. I mean, over the one-day special, we find this regularly with any of our products, to be honest. The more you use them, the more ideas that you get for using them as well. And of course, support such as things like the Facebook group allow you to see other people's ideas, perhaps things that you hadn't even thought of, that you can come up with new designs perhaps and play around with them.
Right, so now we've done the corners on that. That is another piece done. Now we have still got the lines on there, but that will come out when we
because it's
iron
one of those
it's the threaded pens. If you want to have a look at that.
I love that. There's so many different areas. It's almost like a story within here, because you can see at the beginning there, right in the centre, using the aperture that you've got within your one-day special, created that gorgeous rosette, as you can see there. Obviously, putting your lines in, you can line up that aperture, move it slightly, and stitch each time to create that fabulous rosette there. And then when you work around it, you can see that you can be adding in your straight lines, you can add in those curves, and then almost build up that echo of a quilt around the outside. Using your straight line as well, because don't forget you have got that straight line within your one-day special multi-rule, that you can literally take those lines coming out from a central point to create an absolutely incredible piece. And it's a story that's just going to continue, because you just adding to it all the time. It also gives you the ability to create some incredibly professional results, and so quickly and easily. I think that's the key thing. Within a matter of minutes, you can see how those designs come together. It's something that you've done yourself. So if you have been creating quilts or have got a quilt project in mind and you're thinking about doing the top stitching, which quite often in the past you've had to send your quilt away for, with Ali's system, you can actually take care of that and do it yourself. I'm going to pull this other quilt in while we have a little look at what Ali's up to, because this looks interesting. What are you doing now?
I'm doing the rotations again, but from the pointed side. I did it with the curved side before. So I'm just starting this because I've got 32 drawn on here. Whether I do 32 or not is a different matter.
Or you can perhaps keep dipping in to see it as it progresses.
Yeah.
This is the beauty. You might start off with those 32 lines, but get halfway through and suddenly think, oh, actually, I kind of like it just as it is.
Exactly, yeah. So all I'm doing is holding the ruler down onto the fabric. The hook tape is holding the ruler on top, so the fabric's moving, but the ruler's not.
And with this, left or right-handed, does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter at all. You can go clockwise, anti-clockwise, backwards, forwards, sideways, whatever's comfortable for yourself.
And again, you're working with a straight stitch.
Yes.
The needle is in the centre point, so it's right in the middle of that circle of your foot.
It doesn't matter if your machine doesn't go into a centre point, just so long as it's not going to hit the side of
You've got good clearance.
You may have a little bit more than 1/4 of an inch or a little bit less, but so long as it's not going to touch the sides. Most machines will go into a central point.
Good to see that design evolve. Now, as Ali's working on her rotations, shall I show you this quilt that we've had? You've probably spied it. It's absolutely beautiful. You can see all the piecing work that's gone on here. Now, we have got top stitching on here. Sometimes, because of the beautiful fabrics that have been used, it distracts your eye from seeing those. So I've actually flipped it over so that you can have a look at the underside, because, of course, this is normally your bobbin thread, but you can still see those designs evolving here. So What have we got? We've got hearts. Look at that. You've got a heart shape there with that grid formation. So the heart you could be forming, maybe you've got some templates already that Ali's bought to us that we have. I think we had a heart last time you were in, didn't we? Yeah?
Yes, scallop hearts and the nesting hearts.
But equally, you could be using the heart that we've got with the scrolls, because we've got the scrolls in the show. You could then be filling in, as you can see, with this kind of checkerboard effect. Just to the side of it, we have actually got the petals. The petals, 4 of those petals, I don't know if you can see those there, interlocking, kind of on right angles to each other. That petal shape does come in the multi-rule system that we've got down at the bottom of the screen there. So that's part of your arc, and you've got a variety of those in there as well. And then, of course, if you do want to create, can you see, just as you look at this, you'll see different shapes evolving. Here, I'll try and trace it. So we've got like a very big wave that's running through this, right the way across, up and down. And that is using that, either the circle or maybe the end of the one-day special that's being worked with at the moment. We've got that arc shape there as well. So there's lots of ways you can be building up your design. And of course, as Ali's working on at the moment, she's creating one of those fabulous rosettes where you're rotating that aperture to get some wonderful results. And again, the same tool has been used on both of these, but you've just got slightly different stitch dependent on which end you use. And then, of course, that traditional clamshell design created using that curve. You can see that you've got a little over half an hour to get hold of your one-day special. Still time for you to do so. You can get hold of that rule on its own if you're wanting to for £29.99, but don't forget you will need that foot to work alongside it. So if you've not got it already, you need to check out the different ways that you can get hold of it, either on its own with the one-day special, because there is an option for you to be able to get hold of that, or maybe you're going to be going for the multi-rule down at the bottom. Now, Ali, you're busy with that design coming up. There's lots more to share with you. As you're adding all these items into your basket as well, keep an eye on your post and packing, because that post and packing will start to increase. It's only £1 extra for additional items, but if you start finding that it comes to that £6 mark, then Freedom membership might be something worth considering. You can add that into your basket at the same time as you're placing your order for anything, whether it's the one-day special, whether it's the scrolls, whether it's the foot on its own, just by pressing, well, it's 88888, that's the item number, and you can see that will allow you to get your unlimited standard delivery there. You're going to get some exclusive members discounts. You've also got your members badge and your monthly newsletter. Now, while Ali's continuing with that rosette, I'm just going to do a quick review for you at the halfway point of the hour, so it's probably a good idea, now that we've explained the concept and you've seen the kind of things you can do, just to give you an idea of some of the different things that you might want to add into your basket, perhaps alongside your one-day special, because we're busy for all sorts of different things. Now, don't forget, it's going to be a while before Ali's back again, so take advantage of those savings and those deals while you have the opportunity. This deal is proven to be very popular as well. Brilliant. You've got a saving on this one of £11. That is a considerable saving, isn't it? £33.99 will get you both of these. Now, you're working these in a similar way to the way that we've seen Ali working with them, so you are going to need that foot. But you've got lots of different areas within this. So we'll start off this particular one. The centre, you've got your arm of your snowflake, so you would stitch around the centre and rotate this to however many points that you want. You might want to do 8 points, 16 points, it's entirely up to you. Equally so, if you wanted to use this, maybe just to that point, and then applique a flower at the top of there. It does look like a little flower person. You could, actually, it's a flower like that, but if you were to do that, and then you got to that point, and then turned it round the other way, you could have a person's legs, couldn't you, there? You'll find loads of ideas with these. Lovely wavy edge there as well, so you could work with that, then move it along, move it along, because that's the beauty of this. And you have got your straight edge there as well, and on the side. So as Ali said, if you do need that straight edge, you've got one there ready for you to use. That is just one of those tools. I'm sure you'll find other shapes within there, because I know that many of you crafters have been doing that. The other shape that you've got is brilliant as well. Now, when you first look at it, you might not see all the different shapes to start with, but you can kind of see the half bell there. So that's perfect. Again, just come past Christmas, but maybe you are working on projects, because while we're in that kind of Christmassy season, I know lots of you do continue all year round. Could be a wedding bell though, quite easily, couldn't it? Could be an anniversary bell. And obviously, to work alongside those two bells that you're creating, you need a bow, and you've got that down at the bottom. I'm also seeing a little heart shape in there though as well. Maybe a sweetie wrapper. could be. You've got that curve at the bottom of the edge as well, so of course that's going to be useful. And then as we work our way around, you have got the holly leaf here, so kind of the jagged edges of those holly leaves along with your holly berry feature in there as well. All for that incredible price and the ability to spread it over 2 payments, I think makes it really, really popular, and that's what we're finding. Lots of you adding this one into your basket, perhaps alongside your one-day special. Just make sure that you have got that the foot, because you won't be able to use them otherwise. It's not compatible with a regular free motion foot, so make sure that you do get hold of that too. 167470 if you're wanting to get hold of that. Lots more to share with you. Another one that's proven to be very popular is this particular item. 2 different options with this one, so you decide whether you want to go down your hexagon route or whether you want to go down your diamond route. And within here you've got lots of different elements. They are sellotaped together, stuck together so they don't come apart, but you can see that they are independent, so they will pop out, which obviously gives you the innie and the outie. So you've got lots of different sizes with regards to the hexagon. Actually use it as a cutting tool as well, so if you've got a rotary cutter you could be snipping around there to create your pieces, or you can use it with your papercraft as well. There's nothing to stop you doing that. Over here you've got your diamond, and it's a diamond that's got a rounded edge. Whoops, the daisy, come back. Rounded edge on there, so you've got a nice smooth path when you are working with it. Again, outsides or insides you can be working with this one. And again, these have got the coating on there, which you will peel back to get that smooth finish when you are working with these. Is that going to stand up nice and straight? Yes, it is. But of course, it's what you do with them that is the beauty. Now, here we've got the hexagon being used. Here you can see the hexagon on the outside parameter, but then the straight lines have been used to create these fabulous kind of, it reminds me of a spirograph, that kind of curl that you've got, but all done with straight edges right the way into that spiral there. Very geometric shape, as you can see here. A square has been done, and then your half hexagons are there, one on each of those flat sides, but then you've got these magical little diamonds kind of appear within the inner centre there. Down at the bottom, again, the hexagons. Can you see where that line is there for creating that hexagon? But when they actually overlock and rotate, it almost looks like a geometric flower in the middle. And then again, very similar to the square that we just looked at, but rather than using the hexagon on the flat side, you kind of use the corner point, as you can see there. Lots of different ways. Diamond, again, lots of different ways you could be using that, lots of different results. Whether you want to do it as a motif in the centre of a panel, whether you want to use it for your strips with your sashing with your quilts, you can do as well. So here we've got quite a petal-like formation where 4 of those diamonds have been used together. Again, overlap them if you want to create that fabulous border effect, or maybe you're going to rotate a number of times to create, again, a multiple pattern. Again, very similarly, this is the point that you would get to, and then you might think to yourself, you know what, I'm going to leave it like that, or you might continue and create this piece, or you might go even further and add even more, and look at that. Isn't that fabulous? It almost gives it a rounded effect now, because you've got so many different repetitions in there. 856654 is your item number if you're wanting to go for either of those two. Again, you can go for both of them if you're wanting to. Just to obviously choose one of each of those options, but there's no additional post and packing. If you're not a Freedom member already, you don't need to worry about your post and packing if you are. So there we go. Now, we've got 2 fabulous additions to the range as well. Seen these a couple of times. The scallop wave ruler. This one, again, lots of different curved edges and scallops there. Lots of opportunities for you to line up those designs and get those repetitions. This one here is your scallop wave ruler. Now, you might think, oh, okay, it's a wavy border along the edge, which, yes, you can do that if you want to. You can see the result of that across the middle here. But why not take that curve and create almost like circles, weaving in and out? It's almost like a rope-like formation, that. Down at the bottom, you could do something very similar, but then flip the ruler over to create the other half. You might just want to do single ones of those. It creates almost like a Christmas bauble, doesn't it? Lots of different ways. Maybe just using that arc to create smaller clamshells. Of course, with your one-day special, you have got the arc on a larger scale, but maybe going for this one alongside your one-day special, it gives you the option of mixing the 2 up. 142845 being your item number if you're wanting to get hold of that one. Next one that we're looking at, this one's got more of a deeper wave to it, and it's a longer path, as you can see. So very smooth edge. Again, you've got that curve in there, so if you do want to do those clamshells, you could perhaps do a shallow version protection with those. Again, you can find so many different ways of using this. A deeper dip, as you can see here, that deeper wave at the bottom. But of course, if you wanted to, you could just literally do it from the sides, move it along and get all sorts of different incredible results. Lots of fun to be had yet again with that one. And again, £21.99. 643123. Now, the bundle that a lot of you have been going for has been this bundle, and it is a bundle that we revisit time and time again, and we're always busy for this one. So I think Ali has hit the nail on the head with this one. This one is the original system. So in here you have got the original foot. So you need to decide whether you're going to go for your low shank or your high shank, dependent on your machine. Don't forget, as Ali said, take the foot off, drop your foot down using your lever and measure from the screw hole down to your stitch plate. If it's an inch or less, then you're going to need that lower shank. If it's higher than that, then you are going to need the higher one. I'm just going to double check those figures with Ali when we get back over there, because my brain's a bit frazzled. I think that sounds about right. But if you ever get it wrong, don't worry, Ali will swap it round. You've got your multi-rule 1, so the multi-rule 2 is your one-day special. So if you haven't got this particular one, you'll get this one. You're getting that arc again at the bottom that we've seen Ali working with, a curve. You've got your pointed area there, and of course you've got your smooth straight edge. Ali goes to this tool over and over again. She's already said many times in the shows this is her most used element within this system, and I'm sure it will be the same for yourself. As we work our way along, you can see here you've got that arc again, different sides you can be using to create petal-like formations. Centerpiece does drop away, so you have got the option of using that on its own as well. And then you've got your circles, concentric circles, always tricky to stitch out to perfection. Very, very busy on those phone lines again now. 20 minutes left within the hour, should I say. Well, not within our hour, because we have to finish 3 minutes earlier. But you've got 20 minutes to get hold of your one-day special. That's what I'm trying to say. Lots of ways, again, you can be using this as well. And it has proved to be one of the most popular bundles during the course of the last 24 hours. Now, as you can see there, you're going to get lots of different options with regard, well, lots of different elements, should I say, with regard to this bundle. 2 flexi-buy payments of £50 each makes it a little bit more affordable, perhaps. And don't forget, you are getting that foot, the all-important foot, as part of that too as well. 620-886 if you want to get hold of it. Now, something else that's brand new to us with regards to the one-day special are the scrolls. Now, you might have gone for the one-day special last time Ali was here and had a smaller scroll within your bundle. These are different sizes, though, so you are going to get the almost like a medium and a large to work alongside it. Very, very useful tools, again, because you've got that arc. You can use just a small part of that, the full rotation of that. You can have them interlocking and get some wonderful results. And this is where you can create those fabulous... I just love these hearts, such a fabulous idea of how you can put those together. On this particular panel we've got here, you've got centre rotations from your one-day special, which we'll show you again in a few moments, but just adding that arc simply by taking that curl, and you can see there, stitching in that line just inside, it's kind of like a 1/4 inch. You can see that stitch line featuring there, but then you could do the outside edge, and you could also take it and create almost like a wave-like border, again meeting at the corners. You're going to have so much fun with this one. Very, very creative. Do like that idea. Then we're going to go ahead and have a look at the one-day special. The nested scrolls, £21.99 if you're wanting those. But the one-day special, again, brilliant deal. You are saving £5 with this one, but only if you place your order in the next 20 minutes or so. Saving £5, bring that price down to £29.99. 066 083 being your item number on that particular one. And of course, if you haven't got the foot to work alongside this, you will need that, and we have got that as an option down at the bottom. You're going to get your £5 saving with your one-day special, but you'll also save £5 on your foot as well. Bring it down to £64.98. Spread that cost over 2 payments as well if you're wanting to, because that is another of those options that you've got there. So, which set are you going to go for? Are you going to go for the multi-rule with all of those different ones in there, or are you going to try your one-day special, or have you already got your foot, so you're just adding to that collection of templates? Of course, you can check them all out on the website. We don't always get the opportunity to show you everything in great detail, so it's always good to have a little peruse on the website. We've also got a brand section on there, so when Ali's not here, if you do want to go back and add any of those items to any orders for anything else, to be honest, then you can go in and search for Ali's range by using that brand button, and you'll see there's lots of different people have placed their orders for these previously and been kind enough to leave reviews, and it's always useful to read through those and get some ideas and inspiration from other like-minded crafters. Now, of course, we left Ali a few moments ago creating her rotations. How many did you do in the end?
32.
Oh, wow, in just that short space of time.
Yeah, doesn't take long once you get into it.
That is brilliant. Oh, look at that.
I think the embroidery thread gives it a really lovely sheen.
Well, this is it. If you've got threads that have got rayon in there, you've got that lovely shine to them, so it does hit the light, doesn't it? Or the light hits it, should I say. But you could be using metallic threads.
Any of those.
Variegated threads as well.
They all
really
look
make
stunning.
a feature. That's beautiful.
The thing is, when you're doing something like this, you want to use a contrasting colour so that it stands out.
Yes, yeah, that's right. Very true. So there you go. That's the kind of thing that you could be creating when you get your templates home. So, Ali, what are we up to next?
Right, I wanted to show what I've been playing with the scrolls in the breaks.
All right, just to give you a bit of a heads up, we've got about 15 minutes left.
Yep, not a problem. So I'm putting my needle down and I'm going to start along the inside of the largest one.
Okay.
So I'm just going to do one of the scrolls first, all the way around the inside to that point there.
Okay.
If I stop and I just move this, it's actually stuck a bit too well, just move it like that to one
just
side.
A little bit, yeah.
And then go back. And when it reaches the first part, go back up a little bit and stop, take that out. You get a double edge to it.
Oh,
this is what I've been playing with. So now I can take it and twist it up, turn it over and do another one.
So it's almost like a little offset that you've got there.
Yeah, I like it. I'm just playing in between the shows. So do your first one all the way to the inner. Stop with your needle down and then just twist. So you can see you're going back, crossing over, going around the curve and then meeting where the first one was and then go back up a little bit. So from there I can take that out, turn it around and do another one. So you could do a lovely trailing vine.
That'd be nice, yes. Lovely one for sashing on a quilt, that one, yeah. Nice idea. Why do you keep mentioning quilts? You don't have to use them.
No, you don't actually. No, you're right, Hayley. You don't. You can use them on bags, cushions, dressmaking, absolutely anything that you're wanting to embellish.
You're kind of making your own fabric in effect, aren't you?
Yeah. So I'll do one more. So I'll just go back up a bit to a relevant point. And what I'm looking for is where it looks nice to curl off it. Okay. Without it looking too false.
Gives
Twist
it like
it
a
over.
fluid look.
Yes, that's you know. That's why you're doing the job you're doing. I'm doing what I'm doing. So all the way around to the end. Stop with the needle down. Just twist it slightly. And you get a different look with how much you twist it.
And of course you can use these stitch guides to support other things that you're doing. So if you're into a applique, maybe doing applique flowers and you need a way of connecting them, almost like a vine-like leaf, then this would be perfect for doing
Stalks and put the flowers on the top, butterfly trails, anything like that.
Oh yes,
so there you go, if I show you that here.
Look at that. Isn't that brilliant? So quick. That's the key thing, though. In just a few moments, you've created something of this quality. Very classy look to that, I have to say. And then, of course, if you look at this and you suddenly think, well, actually, I'd like to add something else to it, you can go back in and add to it as time goes on.
Leonie was saying putting little leaves on as well as the scrolls, so that would make it look like a vine, basically. Yeah.
I spoke earlier on saying that these rules are brilliant to kind of give you the confidence to go it alone with your free motion, which you can do with that foot.
Definitely you can.
But to be honest, when you're getting that professional result, I think you'll be using them over and over again, even when you are comfortable with
you will, because you're getting the precision. And if you wanted to measure something, to do it freehand would be quite difficult. If you wanted to do something that's like 18 inches and you wanted to do 3/6 in there, it would be quite difficult to do it without having the rule as a 6-inch increment.
That's a good point. Yeah, really good point. There you go. So you can see why you need this in your sewy life, so as you can have fun with these and get these kind of results. Don't forget, lots of ways that you can be able to use that one-day special. I'm going to go back to that original piece because, of course, these are brand new to us here, the scrolls. We saw the one-day special with some scrolls in the last time Ali was here. It's a smaller version, so these ones
Yes, but
you don't
not
have to
the
worry about
same.
duplicates.
No, definitely add them to it because scrolls come in various sizes on a quilt.
That's right.
Or on, like we say, anything, cushions.
Yeah.
So you will want to mix the different size scrolls together.
Yeah,
and
makes sense.
sometimes if you're using something with like the bigger hexagon, you want to put bigger scrolls with it because they can look a little bit lost if you don't.
That's a good point, yeah. Definitely. So having all those different sizes mean that you can kind of nest one in there wherever you want it to go. So the 2 new ones are coming to you for £21.99. Really affordable way of getting hold of them. 868861. Absolutely brilliant. I'm going to pass that back to Ali. Is there something else that you wanted to add to that?
I was going to use the hexagon.
Okay.
And I was going to use the system with it, the multi-rule from the full system.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the outside of this hexagon, or am I going around the inside? Let's have a look.
Now the hexagon, you've got concentric shapes with that one, is part of an option, so you can either go for the hexagons or the diamonds, both on the same item, and we've brought the details up at the bottom of the screen. Again, very affordable, £29.99. And I think we worked out, was it 6 hexagons?
Yes, there are 6 hexagons in the set. So just make sure you don't move it. My platform for this machine is not that big, so I'm hanging over the edge a little bit.
Okay.
Back to the beginning.
Lovely.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the multi-ruler one and I'm going to place that on there, and I should have done the outside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the central point and then I'm going to slide it across.
Okay.
So that it's going to fit perfectly.
Now
so
keep an eye on that clock on your screen. I've just realised a little over 10 minutes left to get hold of your one-day special. Of course, the multi-rule one that we're looking at the moment is part of that bumper bundle on the screen, but there is a multi-rule within your one-day special, and the details are on the website. So if you do want to get hold of that one, you've still got 11.5 minutes to do so.
So just keep placing it on, go into the middle point, which it is marked, and then just sliding that slightly over. So this is how you would make them fit if there weren't an exact match.
That's a good point, actually.
So long as you're stopping on the top of the curve, you can actually move it slightly to make it fit. So again, stop on that top curve, move that over.
Lovely flower shape appearing.
It's just showing you how all the rulers will
work so well together.
Stop and then move that over. You do get used to the 1/4 inch space that you need. Right, so now what I can do is I can use the multi-ruler one to do something on the inside.
Ooh,
or
fab.
you could put any embroidery or fussy cut some fabric.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do it 1/2 inch, which means I go to the first line because you've got 1/4 inch plus that 1/4 inch line. And we're going to do that spiral in the middle of that.
Oh, this is brilliant because this looks so effective, but it comes together really, really quickly.
Just to show you that it doesn't have to be in a circle or in a square. You can do it in any shape.
So you're stitching right up to the line, so the needle, when it drops down, is going into the previous stitch line that was there.
I'm stopping exactly on that line, putting the ruler against it and moving this point over to the first line.
So you've kind of got like an etched line in there, and they're 1/4 inch apart?
It is, but because we've got the first one, which is the actual ruler, that will make it 1/2 inch. If I go to the next line, it will make it 3/4, and the next one will give me an inch.
Moving in, okay.
I'm doing this one because I know we're short of time.
That's not
It does look lovely
fascinating.
if you do a 1/4 inch one.
Yes.
But each time you just place it against the edge of the foot and stop on the stitched line.
Now, are you having to apply a lot of pressure to the template as you're working with it?
Because if you press down too much, you're not going to let the fabric move.
Okay.
So it's just enough pressure so that the fabric can still move with your with how you move, but your ruler's not slipping on your fabric.
Okay, and you're including majority of the time that hook tape that can attach to them to help you.
Yes. So again, twist it round. Stop with the ruler on the line.
It's fascinating. It's almost hypnotic watching it come together.
Stop on the stitch line.
And you can see it starting to come together, that design.
When you first have a go, do it at a ½ inch or an inch, just so you get used to what you're doing, and then move down to the closer together ones.
And as you start getting to the centre of that hexagon, of course, these lines are getting shorter and shorter, so it gets quicker and quicker as you get to the middle.
It does. And you can see that spiral beginning to form. That looks like a curve, but there's no curved piecing apart from on the edges of this.
And of course the straight edge from that multi-rule one, very, very helpful because it's got the etched lines there as well, allowing you to kind of kick out the bottom of the line to make sure that you have got the right rotation for when you're working with it. Details up on your screen at the moment for that original ruler system. So you've got your arc in there, you've got your concentric circles in there as well. This is what you're going to get. You're also going to get your foot as well, and of course the foot, you have to have this to work alongside any of these templates. Lots of you have been placing your orders for these, so many of you are getting involved this way. Which is a brilliant way of doing it, to be honest. It's the original system, lots of different tools in there, so I'm sure you can see the versatility that you've got with regards to that. You just need to decide whether you're going to go for your low or your high shank. £99.99. Flexi buy on this one means that you can spread the cost over 2 payments if you so choose. And of course you can go for this alongside your one-day special if you're wanting to as well. Now your one-day special, 7.5 minutes, that's what all you've got to get hold of this. Sadly we won't be here for that full 7.5 minutes because we have to say goodbye about 3 minutes before that then. So, yeah, rapidly running out of time. It's gone very quick again, Ali.
It's as it always does. There's something wrong with the Hochanda. The time just disappears.
We spring little time leaks. I think that's what it is. We've got somewhere where the time leaks out.
I really like to do this in the different shapes.
Yes.
And I think the hexagon is a lovely shape to do.
But this could be the centre point of a block, so when you are perhaps getting started with your quilting, it might be that you don't go for all the different templates, you don't want to do all the piecing, cutting the different fabrics in different shapes. This shows you quite easily you could be making a quilt without having to quilt your fabrics in the blocks.
Exactly, you can just do it on a piece of fabric and make the quilting the focal point.
9-inch squares, perhaps you've invested in things like your layer cakes. Perfect size for you to make up blocks to make a quilt. Very quick and easy. And then it's the stitching that kind of tells the story behind it.
Yeah, the jelly rolls and things like that are lovely as well because you can do all the little borders down the strips.
Yeah, that's good, yeah. They're coming together. I can't wait to see this centrepiece.
I better hurry up,
I'm just hoping we've got time to see it. Or, now, the bottom of your screen, we have got the details of the nested shape, so that's another way you can get hold of those templates. Those are the hexagons. Of course, the hexagon is where Ali started with this design, creating a hexagon. Then she took the arc that's on the end of the nested of the multi-rule one, and then built up those petals around. And of course, she's using that straight edge now.
So you've still got a hexagon in the middle, but it just gets distorted as you go because you're doing one side. It gets quicker and quicker the closer to the centre you get.
They're quite small, those little rotations now, aren't they?
They are now, yeah.
Look at this. Isn't that clever and so easy to do?
Yeah, it's definitely a beginner one. And you'll be used to doing straight lines by the time you finish one of these. And the texture it gives you as well, it's really nice.
And it's effective because you're just using a plain fabric, just one simple fabric, and obviously you've got your threads there, as you can see. Now, 5 minutes, you can see on your clock there, that clock will be disappearing in a few moments. You can still get hold of your one-day special, but you're going to have to be quick with it. Now, here you go, you've got your multi-rule details up on your screen, including the one that Ali is working with at the moment. But of course, your one-day special has been the star of the show, where you are going to be able to create those fabulous rosettes. If you're wanting to get hold of this one, though, you do have to be quick. Less than 5 minutes now to get hold of it. Aperture in the centre is going to allow you to create this shape, as you can see here. 2 different ends to it, so you can have that rounded end or a more pointed end, as you can see. And of course, you have got that arc on multi-rule to allow you to do your clamshells at the bottom. £29.99 if you want to get hold of it. This is what it looks like when you receive it. 066083. Don't forget that you will need that foot to work alongside it. So if you do want to invest in your one-day special and you don't have that foot, check out, because we have got a bundle where it is included, and you've got 2 flexi buys on that one. Makes it a very affordable way of getting hold of it. And I can see that Ali's snipping her threads now, so that's a good sign. Oh, look at that. Have a look at that. Isn't that effective? The centre point there, all of those straight lines creating that spiral effect right into the middle. And we've seen all of that created in less than 10 minutes.
Yeah. And I really like how the outer petals make it look as if they're curving in.
Yeah, and of course you could add to that if you wanted to.
Free
put
motion.
a curve in between each of those, follow the outside parameter to almost create a ripple effect. You're going to have loads of fun with this. You really are. So many of you invested in your one-day special over the last 24 hours. Now is the time to be making a decision, because that price is going to go up by £5. If you're going for the bundle where you've got the tool and the foot together, that price will go up as well. So make sure you're placing your order as soon as you possibly can. And don't forget, check out all of Ali's other templates and rules as well, because you are going to collect them as time goes on. I know lots of you have already. Ali, just enough time to say thank you.
Thank you, Hayley. I've loved it.
And looking forward to you coming back. It's probably going to be a month or so before we see you again.
I think it's the 1st of Feb.
Oh, a little while off then. Well, you get busy, because I know you've got lots of ideas.
I have, yes, lots to do.
Can't wait to see that. Do stay tuned, because we've got Leonie coming up after the break with Chocolate Baroque. And it's their birthday. It's the anniversary of them coming to join us here at Hochanda, so we've got lots of special things going on during that hour. One day special launching straight after the break. Then Leonie's back with crazy... Oh, no, it's Yanis. Crazy quilting. And then Yanis is back with a one day special.
Hi, I'm Katrina from Rowan Dean. We're a small family business that design embroidery kits. Embroidery has always been my passion, and I'd love to show you how to do some of the stitches and some of the kits. We're based in Derbyshire, and I'm really inspired by the landscape and flora of Derbyshire, and I think other people will be too. Our kits are really easy, and I hope they inspire you to have a go at stitching. Since we've been on Hochanda, we've had a great time. Everybody's been really friendly and really good. We've met loads of people all around the country who watch Hochanda and find it really inspiring. Don't forget to join me on my Rowan Dean shows on Hochanda.
Hi, my name's Barbara Gray from Clarity Stamp, and how did I get here? Well, when my children, Grace and Mark, were born, I left the corporate world and I took up crafting full-time. Then I had a moment of clarity, if you'll pardon the pun, and I came up with the transparent art stamp. And the rest is history, really. For the last 27 plus years, I've been pioneering the art of transparent stamping. I love teaching. For me, it's all about that. And so working with Hochanda is fantastic, because it gives me the perfect platform to reach out and work with like-minded people, and to be able to show some of the tricks that I've learnt along the way. If you like my style and you like what I do, then please join me, Barbara Gray, on Hochanda.
Hello and welcome. Lovely to have your company. We are celebrating. I cannot believe it's a year since you joined us, Leslie.
Exactly a year today.
Isn't that exciting?
Yeah.
So it's birthday. So we are celebrating the lovely chocolate baroque coming here at Hochanda, and obviously we've got some fantastic stamps. You will notice, obviously I'm not going to be rude, because we have got our Leslie, but we've also got Judith. First time we've worked together, lovely Judith. Now, you're one of the design team, well, I say one of, you were an organiser, aren't you, Judith? But you love, obviously you love creating as well. Is that something you've always done?
Yeah, I started creating when I was a child, crafted with my mum, and I learnt to do all sorts of crafts, knitting, sewing, crocheting, sticking bits of paper to other bits of paper, and came to stamping, and that's my favourite.
Yeah, fabulous.
Yeah.
And the beautiful stamps, aren't they?
They are, yeah.
And obviously, because you get such a fantastic range to work with as well. It's not just stamps, get ahead of us. And that's the lovely thing, isn't it? Because everything goes together, everything works, doesn't it?
All the stamps are designed to mix and match together. If you have one stamp set, they go with another stamp set. All the designs just work together so well.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
We better show. Our Judith is going to be coming up later. She's going to be inspiring us. So we're going to let you go for now, our Judith. So I'll let you truss away, have a little rest while we crack on. Thank you, Judith. We are going to be seeing Judith in a little while, but as we said, we are celebrating Chocolate Baroque being with Hochanda for a full year. Now, I will tell you about it in a minute, but right from the top, if you are getting the one-day special or the big bundle, you are going to be entered into a prize draw to win a hamper that's worth over £300. It is absolutely bursting with goodies.
It is. It's full of stamps, everything. It's stamping, mixed media, colouring, storage. There's just everything in there.
It's
Yeah.
And I tell you what, when I was looking at the actual contents, beautiful as well, beautiful designs. It's really nice, is that?
Yeah.
So if you are buying either the one-day special, you've got two options, or the big bundle. So if you think, I want it all, we've got the details of the big bundle. That's the one that's been the busiest. The big bundle's there at the bottom, or you can go for the one-day special, which is there. But you are going to get entered into that prize draw. We will let you know who's going to win that final call. Right, okay, we better show you the one-day special. Now, you've got two choices. If you're going for the big bundle, however, you're going to get it all. So if you're thinking, you know what, I think I want it all because there's a good deal on that, then don't order the one-day special, go for the big bundle. But we'll tell you about the one-day special first of all. These are beautiful, Leslie.
Absolutely.
Stunning stamps.
Yeah.
Big stamps as well.
Big stamps. Sue, again, has worked her magic. These are purely brand new. Absolutely, totally.
This is a launch, isn't it?
This is a launch on here today, so you can't get them anywhere but here.
Excellent.
At the moment. And they are... So Sue did all the drawings for all of the stamps, and I've added the words or the backgrounds.
They're stunning. Absolutely stunning.
We wanted to do something a little bit different because we do words separately, as you know.
Yeah.
But I wanted these to be words and pictures, so I wanted you to have the words and the pictures at the same time.
Yeah.
And give that almost surrounded like a word cloud.
Yes. Yeah. I think it really works. The fonts that you've chosen are absolutely beautiful, and obviously the words, they lend themselves to anything.
Yes,
you know,
exactly.
and I like that.
Yeah.
I like that they're quite uplifting. They're uplifting, but they're quite general. So it doesn't have to be a birthday. It doesn't have to be a thank you.
No, it doesn't.
Could be anything.
Absolutely. And the whole point of it is, which Judith and I'll show you over the next 24 hours. You don't just have to use the words included. There are ways we'll show you of being able to use the images without the words or the words without the images.
Yeah.
So they're still very versatile.
I love that. That is so pretty.
Isn't it? So
that's beautiful.
That's Brenda, just fussy cutting down the side.
Stunning.
Yes.
Absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
And I think that's it, because they're good size stamps. The standalone images, especially because you've got the words there as well.
Yeah, exactly. So there's your card done.
Yeah.
You know, a beautiful background and stamp over it and your card's finished.
It's a bit interesting. That's pottery.
It is, yes. That's Rachel.
That's really cool.
Yes, yeah. Our stamps, as you know, they are vulcanised rubber.
Yeah.
And because of that, you can do anything with them. So you can throw whatever you like at our stamps, within reason. I mean, concrete and cement might not be very good, but...
but then again...
But you know what I mean? So you can do so much with them. So they'll work on fabric, they'll work on most medias, ceramics, you know, glass.
You
as long as you've got
name
the
it.
right paints and inks, you're away.
The beautiful images, gorgeous to colour in. You can see all the different effects that you can create. Obviously, fantastic, fantastic for decoupaging as well. Now, this is your first collection, so you've got 3 big stamps. Obviously, there's absolute... Sorry, shall I just do this? Because I've already started... already started making a mess.
You've got Bird of Joy. This is the first one.
Beautiful.
And the second one is called the Wish Flower.
Lovely.
And then that one's Floral Delight.
Beautiful. Yeah, they're incredible. You can get them individual if you want. Check out the website for that. However, at the moment, the one-day special, you are saving £5. That's your first option. 598700 is your item number. Obviously, if you're going for the big one, you're getting all of those. Okay, the next option that we've got, come on over.
Which is?
Again, brand new. This is a launch. Can't get them anywhere else, only here. I love these because, again, really nice, big, detailed stamps.
Exactly. Again, these, I also think these were the backgrounds all work wonderfully with mixed media.
Yeah, they would.
And, you know, you can just use parts of them on canvases and things like that.
Yeah,
you don't have to use
and
the whole
that's
image.
it. They're good for just stamping and inking up part, aren't they?
Likewise, these are also good if you wanted to stamp them into clay, if you want to do enamel over them, heat embossing, soft relief paste that we bring to the show, which is in the big hamper.
Oh,
there's a white
nice.
one in there. So again, what beautiful hand images. It was, I mean, when the images came to me from Sue, I thought brilliant.
Yeah.
And then, as I say, I've added the backgrounds.
And they are gorgeous. Really, really nice backgrounds. And they can, if you want to, those backgrounds can really fade into the background.
Yes. Yeah.
But the florals, up to you, isn't it? How you want, how much you want those flowers to pop.
And each one of all of these individual stamps, every one of them will decoupage up. If you like to do decoupage, every one of them will decoupage up.
Yeah, you can see that, can't you? You know, just looking at them, it's really obvious which elements you can start picking out and really bringing forward.
Yeah.
I do like that. That is beautiful.
Yes.
It reminds me of, are they like little Japanese lanterns?
Chinese lanterns. Yeah, if you turn them the other way on, that's what they look like, because the other ones are like the other way on.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
They're beautiful. And I think that all of this set is a little bit more contemporary than we normally do.
Yeah.
Okay,
it is,
some of them are a bit
isn't it?
classical, but I think there's some nice contemporary things in there as well. So if you like to do something for a more younger generation, I think these would stand up to it.
Yeah, definitely. Like that. That is just gorgeous.
And there's your mixed media.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saving £5. We have loads of gorgeous samples. I will show you as many samples as possible. Every time I come down counter, I'll show you more samples. But if you want that 3, so that is your second option, £24.97, saving £5. 598700. So just £24.97. That's what you should be paying for 3 stamps. However, keep that in mind, because over here we've got them all. Now, not only have you got a good price on this, but if you are a Freedom member, that price comes down even more. Do you know what? If you're a Freedom member and you've got FlexiBuy, your first payment as a Freedom member is just over £20. Now, that is amazing. When you think that you're paying, what was it, 28, 27 for the full, for just one half
25.
of the stamps, 25 for just
25, yeah.
So this is, again, incredible. £20 and 23 pence. That is such a good price, especially for Freedom members, because you're not paying any postage either.
It actually even makes you
Really
worthwhile
good.
joining the Freedom Club, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, completely.
Yeah.
Utterly worthwhile joining Freedom. No postage and a massive saving, because you've already got that £5 saving, and then, obviously, Freedom members.
Yeah.
It's a must-have, isn't it?
It's a definite must-have.
And they do work so well together. Let me show you again some more finished samples. I love this.
Yes.
That's air-dry clay, is it?
Yes, it is. Yeah, as I'm saying, you see, you can stamp into clay, and you get such a fabulous image because of the deep impressions. I mean, we guarantee these for life, as you know.
Yes.
Our stamps are guaranteed for life because they are produced in such high quality. My husband makes them all, and then here we go again. You see, there's that on one of our hearts.
That's lovely.
That's on one of our. There's also in the show.
Yes, of course, the whiteboard. That is just so beautiful.
Yeah, and you see how the other one has acted as a background.
Yeah.
And it just looks like a mixed media background.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, that's cool. Just one more there. Absolutely beautiful. So many ways of using these.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, there's so many gorgeous finished samples. Let me just show you one more of these ones. Wow. Okay, the big bundle is absolutely flying out the door. already, you ready for this? 25% of the
Really?
stock already.
Wow.
We've literally just launched this. We're 11 minutes in.
Thank you.
This is the launch programme of a brand new collection from our Leslie from Chocolate Brock. Obviously, they are exclusive at the moment. They are an incredible price, and you've got your Flexi-Buy as well. Really gorgeous designs. 108 677, that's your item number. Okay, if you are getting your one-day special, or if you're like me, you want everything, then you are going to be automatically entered into that prize draw. This is a bit cool because you are going to be automatically entered into a prize draw to get a humongous hamper full of goodies. And it's a hamper that's calorie-free. You are going to get stamps. You're going to get your stencils in there. You've got some beautiful, beautiful designs. Honestly, it's a real good mixed bag as well. Absolutely gorgeous. Over £300 worth of goodness in there. Fantastic. As it says, a great way to start the new year. All you need to be doing is purchasing either one of your one-day special or the biggie. If you do want your full terms and conditions, they are going to be on your website. We will be letting you know who wins. Look at it on the final call.
There's white charcoals, the white coals I bring on there. There's Faber-Castell
Nice.
aquarelle pencils. You've got water brushes. You've got the Pink Pig journals. You have got our tissue paper in there. You have got our polyester in there. You've got storage sheets, craft card, drawing cartridge,
and loads of gorgeous stamps.
You have got 12 stamps.
Wow, that is brilliant.
4 A4s, 4 A5s and 4 A6s.
Now, when you say 12 stamps, that's 12 stamp sheets.
12
that's
stamp sheets. No.
So you have got
You have got 12 A4 stamp sheets.
Yeah, that means you have got
4
a lot.
A4 sheets.
Wow.
4 A5 sheets and 4 A6 sheets.
You are going to have so many stamps in that. Yeah. That's absolutely mad. Yeah. Okay, someone's going to be really lucky and win that. You. Yes. Now, we have got more. I haven't done these ones before with you, Leslie.
Right, OK. Well, in July, we brought our first lot. Again, these are all hand-drawn, remember, by Sue. They've not been blown up. These have been drawn at this size, drawn A4 size.
You get them in your folder.
So we have got... last time we bought a big kit. This time we've got... these are different again to what you've... So if you bought the ones in July, these are not the same. None of them are repeated.
Gorgeous.
So they're on 160 GSM. This paper... is so wonderful. It'll take you a lot. There's actually a thing inside which tells you what it'll take and what you can use on it. And these are all printed out for you to colour in.
Wonderful.
So we've got 10 different designs in the A4.
And they are gorgeous. The lovely thing is with these, obviously, nothing printed on the back, so they are ready to craft with.
Absolutely. And like you see, we've done them, you can frame them too.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's no harsh edges, you've not got no glue, no tear-outs, nothing.
Yeah.
You can do these, and these frame to give. We've got a lot framed around the studio here.
Yeah.
But also, likewise, some of the girls have cut into them, and you can actually make into them, make... parts into cards.
Yeah,
you can
which
do them
you
into
would,
decor.
wouldn't you? Especially the A4.
This is beautiful. This box here's got one.
I'll show you those in a sec. So you're getting 2 each of the A6 ones.
Postcard ones, yes.
The little postcards.
Yes.
And then you get the A5 as well.
If you find that the A4 is a bit daunting to start with, you've got the smaller ones to start on.
Wonderful. And again, beautiful imagery. Really, really beautiful imagery.
There's absolutely some fabulous things you can do with these. These are going to be the same. There's some more drawings. There's no two the same in the 6 here.
Yeah.
But obviously these are representative of what the A4 ones.
Super.
So
but just reduced down. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. Anybody who got our Macintosh Beauty Lady stamp knows that she's part of from the same thing.
So they'll mix and match perfectly.
Yeah.
See, you can either cut elements out. Imagine how far they're going to go if you're cutting elements out.
Look at those.
Oh, yeah. That doesn't even look like one of the sheets, does it?
But look how you can just make these.
That is sensational.
Yeah.
This is on the white. Is this on the whiteboard?
This is on. This is not whiteboard, but it's on the Tando type board. So it'll take anything. Again, you throw anything at that.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Sorry, there's that box because we didn't quite see that.
Yeah.
That looks really effective, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
really
home
beautiful.
decor. Anything you want to do, or likewise, if you just want to look at this, make them into a card. Look at this card here. Just look at that one.
That is beautiful.
That is using one of the postcards.
Yeah.
Look at that. Make it into a card.
That's stunning, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. Obviously, the A4 ones look amazing framed up as well. And that's all you need to do. Frame them up, and that will make such an exquisite gift idea as well. Really good price.
Yes, yeah.
£9.99
Yeah, for this, yeah.
That is really,
and it's
really
very quality.
good.
I mean, you felt the quality of the paper is absolutely amazing.
I mean,
you
it's
can take anything.
20 pieces of artwork for just £9.99. That is such good value for money. Now, if you'd love to go for this, 202958, it is so busy. Now, there's 3-minute queues on the phone lines. Don't sit on the phones. Get on the website at hochanda.com. That's where you're going to see all the fabulous goodies that we've got. And we have got more. We're going to show you in a second, but we have got more for you. But definitely shop on the website. It is hochanda.com. Okay, so we've got more goodies for you. So next we've got storage. This is such a good idea because you've got your cling, because obviously your stamps are mounted, so you can put them on the cling. I like that because it's up to you.
Yes, it is. Yeah, you can do it yourself. There's enough cling in this part which will do all of those stamps.
Yeah.
So we always provide enough cling to do the stamps when we do this.
Yeah. When you put yours on, do you put, because it is sticky, see, when you peel that side off, it's dead sticky. Yeah. So do you cut your stamp down and then put it on, or do you put your full stamp on and then cut it down?
Well, I tell you for why. I tend to put the full sheet on.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is because it is so sticky.
Yeah.
It really... He's a good Yorkshire, but you know the word clag.
Oh, yeah, it'll clag up your scissors, won't it?
Clags up your scissors.
Oh.
Now, we have the sticky stuff remover type thing, but if you haven't got that and you don't want to clag up your good scissors, then I always put the stamp on, and then you've got the what I call the waste rubber is protecting the stickiness from that. Yeah,
so you won't mess your scissors up.
Yeah.
So you've got your 2 sheets of cling, you've then got your storage. Now, this is such a nice idea because obviously it'll sort all your stamps out, fitting into your ring binder as well. And I presume this will take, obviously, your ones on the cling, but this is going to take your clear stamps as well, isn't it?
It does. Already goes into it's punched ready for you to go into your ring binder.
Yeah.
It's tabbed down the side so you can write on what your stamps are. Double-sided, you can use it. So you've actually got 4 here, which is 8 sides.
Nice.
And you've got, again, another 4 with another 8 sides. So you've actually got 16 sides to store your stamps on.
That is really good value, isn't it? Now, only £10.99, brand new today. Such a good idea, because stamp storage, you want to keep your stamps good. You don't want them all piled on top of each other, which I do. I'm really bad. You don't want them all piled... I know. What I say and what I do. Oh, I tell you, let's live my life.
You need some of these.
The way my stamps are stored is the least of me worries, I'll tell you. But they're an investment, so make sure you see. This is me talking to me here. I know, but it is an investment, so go for it. £10.99. That's 127120. That's your item number. 25% of stock has gone. It is very, very busy on the phones. We can't get any more stock of that. Already asked the question. Can't get any more. So if you want it, check your baskets out. We don't limit it to 1 per person. Now, something that we haven't seen for ages, and these sold out when we had them on last time, didn't they, Leslie?
They went like... And you loved them, because I know you've had some.
Butter off are not nice.
That's the one.
Right?
Yeah.
This is your whiteboard. Brilliant for doing so many different techniques. They're only £11.99 now. So you're getting 2 sheets of the hearts and the circles.
Yes.
All die cut.
All die cut, which is ready to pop out.
Nice one. Nice and thick as well,
yes.
So you've got that wonderful depth.
Yeah. So again, you can throw any work for mixed media, throw paint at them.
Yeah.
You can throw modelling paste at them, stenciling, anything you like, and they won't warp.
Yeah, which is fabulous. Love working on stuff like this, because it really allows you to play.
It does.
Now, not only have we got the hearts and the circles, we've also got... They're almost a postcard size, aren't they?
They are a postcard size. They are. I've been measured to be a postcard size.
Fabulous.
And you get 8 of those.
So again, brilliant basis. If you're making your own books, your little mini books, they're fantastic.
And if you have one of those binding machines, they work beautifully through those.
Yeah.
Because they're strong enough to take it.
Yeah. And even like your crocodile food punching through, going to be
anything
perfect,
like that.
aren't they?
And again, you can throw anything at them.
Yeah, and you're getting a lot for your money. Now, if you'd like to go for them, just £11.99, that's your price. The item number is 134100. Nice and easy, isn't it? Thank goodness. Now, if you do want anything, check that website out. It is Hochanda.com. That's where you're going to see absolutely everything. I've got a few more goodies to show you. Oh, Leslie's off. Can't wait. Can't wait. I know we saw you. So, Right, it's all right, love. I'll give you some other goodies. Now, you might want these. These are a bit cool. I haven't had a play with these yet. These are your woodless colouring pencils. Now, you've found them because 10% of the stock has already gone here. Beautiful, beautiful pencils. They feel really different. They feel really heavy. Again, utterly different, but you will get to see these because obviously we are going to be demonstrating these within the hour, so do check those out. The item number is 975167 if you'd like to get hold of those. We've also got for you the beautiful watercolouring palette. Now, I know this has gone in the past as well. We have got it back in stock for you today if you'd love to go for that. Again, you've got 3 different palettes on there, so you've got a lovely collection of colours. It's really handy as well. I mean, it's dead teeny and tiny, but brilliant, brilliant colour palettes. Actually, did I say 3? It's 4, isn't it? It's 4. 24 colours altogether. Only $9.99. It's been really busy on that as well. 202 516. 25% of the stock has already gone.
There's no more of that.
Oh, we can't get any more of that either. Now, if you have any questions...
You've got everything we've got.
If you have any questions, email in studio@hochanda.com. If you just want to say hiya, if you want to say happy birthday, hey, and say, my gosh, can you remember Leslie Joyner's here at Hochanda? I just still can't believe it's a year ago. It doesn't feel like a year. Oh, time goes so quick, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, what we up to? I see I'm playing with these now. They've got metallics in there as well, haven't
yes,
they?
they have the bottom. Well, only in the bottom one. But the bottom one is a white and it's a pearl. I'm going to show how to use that later on.
Nice, they're nice.
Yes. So you've got neutrals, you've got sort of like your greens and blues, you've got your pinks, like purples and reds, and then you've got your oranges and golds and yellows.
Nice, that is nice.
And a white.
It's a cute little palette, that.
Yeah,
I like that.
And that makes it lovely for mixing.
Yeah, oh, yeah, of course it does. Yeah. What a handy little container.
So if you take this, well, you know, if you go travelling and you're away, you're going to doing workshops, there's just, you've got everything, and they mix beautifully.
Yeah, that is cracking.
Yeah.
We like that.
Yeah.
It's another one that I quite fancy.
Yes.
And it's so inexpensive as well. Details are on the website, obviously just £9.99p, I do believe, wasn't it? If you'd like to get hold of that one, it is busy. £9.99. Okay.
Right.
Leslie,
okay.
what we're doing?
Right, I've taken out 3 of the circles from it. Now, can I just explain about this whiteboard? Everything has been laser cut.
Right.
Okay, so it won't drop out in the post, but it just pops out too when it's done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you might see it looks a bit scorched, a bit or singed around the edges. Because it's laser cut, if you know what a laser is, it does cut under heat.
Yeah, yeah.
So don't think, oh, well, that's dirty.
Yeah.
They do look a little bit, but it doesn't matter. You're going to colour over the top.
Yeah,
and the beauty about the whiteboard is you can go straight out. You don't have to gesso it.
Yeah.
Unlike grey board.
Yeah, yeah.
You can go straight to it with your colouring.
Marvellous.
Your paints, whatever, your inks, whatever you want to do, straight onto it.
Nice one.
Okay.
And obviously, because it's laser cut, you know it's going to be pristine as well.
It is, yeah. Because circles and hearts, you know, are difficult things to cut.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to be using those, so I'll just set that one to the side. Right, so I'll pop 3 out, but I won't. I'm going to do the same demo I'll only do it on the one.
Okay.
Now, you can. This is canvas paper.
Oh, lovely.
Now, you can buy canvas paper on a roll, or you can buy it in pad form.
Yeah.
And it's great for, it's usually for the artist world, but it's really good for things like this. I mean, you feel it.
Yeah, you can use it for printing as well, can't you?
Yes, you can.
Printed on that.
Yeah. The only thing about canvas paper is it is textured. So when you stamp on it, you get more of that oil painting type look.
Yeah,
because
and sometimes you can't get a crisp look because it's so textured, can you?
But that's what I'm going for today.
Marvellous.
So what I want to do is I have got my paints here. So don't over wet them, you don't need to wet them. And some colours are not what you expect to see, okay? So the first colour that I want to use in here, there's actually one that you think is a brown. And when you paint it, that is the brown, Leslie, sorry. It's this one round here. This one.
Oh. Whoa!
Isn't that a fabulous colour?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So have your mat either or a ceramic plate or a tile.
Nice.
And add a bit, because you can see how much colour there is. You don't in that.
Yeah,
you wouldn't think from there.
Yeah, that's a really nice colour. Hey, these aren't going to last. 80% of the stock's gone. They will not last the full hour.
God.
Please check over 80. They're going to go. They will go in the first. Let's go half an hour. 2024-516.
Okay.
Please check your baskets out on those now. There are 3-minute queues. So if you don't want to sit on the queues, if you definitely want them, I would get on the website and then you can check your baskets out quicker. It's only when you check your basket out that something's yours.
There's a lovely blue in there as well, so let's just do the blue into it as well.
Nice. They've gone. Okay, Technica sold out.
I can't believe that.
They are all in everyone's basket. You need to check out. I know I bore you saying that.
We will try and bring them back again, but because these are Koh-i-Noor, they take us a while for us to get them back in. So please bear with us. We will do so. Okay, so there's the purple, but look how rich these colours are, aren't they?
Yeah, that's lovely.
So I'm afraid I'm going to go on with this demo.
Yeah, of course. Well, we're going to be using the stamps, so it's all good.
Yeah.
And we've still got the whiteboard, so we're all fine.
Yeah. So now then, I'm going to spritz this water just to make them move a bit, because on canvas you can make it move, look.
Yeah, nice.
Okay. And so that's how you get your background.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Nice
Isn't
and
that
easy,
beautiful?
isn't it?
And then you just a stamp on it.
Yeah.
Now then, I don't normally recommend this, but obviously for the purposes of this,
would you normally let it dry naturally?
I'd let it dry naturally, because what happens is heat will leach out dye colours.
Yeah.
As you can see, it's going paler already.
Yes.
Because the heat takes the colour out.
Yeah.
So where you can, if you're using dye-based and strong pigments, don't heat them.
Yeah.
Just let them dry natural.
Okay.
What I usually like to try and do is have a session.
Yeah,
you're probably the same.
I don't.
Have a load of different things. Mop up, because I mean I'm going to make everybody faint, because I'm actually not going to mop that up. I'm just going to wipe it up because we haven't time. But and just have an evening or a day or whatever, afternoon or whatever of doing backgrounds.
Yeah,
get a box,
one of my
store
favourites.
them, and leave them to dry, because then you get the rich colours. You see
and
how
you
much
get
paler
different colours, because when you dry it, when you force it to dry, the veins are colour dry, don't they? I mean, sometimes it can be a lovely technique.
Can be pretty. You see, these ones I'm going to show you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's soft.
So, come on. Oh, see, that's still wet. Look, sticky fingers, Leslie. What I was wanting to try and do. That's the trouble. Because it's on canvas, it's taken in quite a bit.
Yeah.
That'll do. Okay, so I need to go. Oops. I'm just going to cut a piece of that off, not a lot, but I'll just cut a small, and I'll show you how it works on one of the smaller ones.
Okay.
But the idea then is, okay, get your glue.
Yeah.
Or matte medium, or anything that you use for glue.
Okay.
And yeah, there we go.
It is. It's there.
There we go. And just quickly onto your little piece of your circle of your board. Now this will work on any other shapes.
Yeah.
But obviously I just wanted to make the smaller one. And then decide where you want the colour. I quite like the combination.
And it's nice, isn't it? Because you can just cherry pick which bit you want.
Cherry pick which bit you want. Now then, normally what I would do, and I will show you very quickly, but try my mic. Do you want to keep my mic out, because otherwise this tends to grate? Okay.
To sand it over.
You should really let this dry first. I'm forcing everything at the minute. You would let the glue dry properly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then just sanding it.
To get a clean image off. And also it breaks the fibres, because they're quite tough, those canvas fibres.
Yeah. I'm surprised it goes with your sanding block.
Yeah, it does.
It must be quite coarse sanding block.
Yeah. You want a coarse one. There you go. Look.
That's lovely.
So there you go. There's your...
Yeah, that gives it a really nice finish around the edges, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's lovely. It's nice and smooth, so not only are you getting that pristine finish, but it is really nice and smooth around the edges. And you can see the lovely colours on the canvas, really soft. And obviously you've still got a massive piece left as well.
Well, I've covered 3 of them.
Okay.
But as you can see, I'm sorry, but I would normally have not wasted that.
Yes.
Okay. But you see how vibrant those colours are?
Yeah, they're lovely.
You know. So what I've got here now, this background's been done with those as well. I've already pre-done that, and I've taken some of the purple. And I've also taken some of the white to tone it down.
Ah, nice. Yeah, the white really does show, actually.
Yeah, this is on our drawing cartridge, which is in the hamper, in the big prize.
Perfect.
Okay. And what I've done is I've done 3, look.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful.
So this is, by the way, these are the storage sheets that you get.
Yeah, so the stamps are on the storage sheets. And you see what Leslie was saying about using both sides of the storage sheets. You can see there it works an absolute treat. It has got the cling on, so they do come unmounted. You put the cling on if you want to. The choice is yours. But then you've got the wonderful storage as well. If you do want to go for a storage, it's on the website. If you want the full, complete collection, the details have just zoomed away, but we will be getting them back. The cling details, however, are here for you. That's cling details with those storage sheets. It's 127120, but 75% of the stock has gone. They will sell out. £10.99. That's your price.
Right.
Everyone's okay.
You can, now this is a 7x4 block.
Yeah.
So you can see how big these stamps are. Okay. And I'm using the VersaFine.
Wonderful.
Okay, so this is the Bird of Joy.
Now, that big bundle, it is very good value for money, but stock-wise, over half the stock has now gone. That isn't the big bundle. That is the hamper. That is the hamper. That ain't what you're buying. That's hopefully what you'll win. But the big stock is the stamps. They are flying out the door. I'm really chuffed you're all going for the biggie, because that's what I go for as well, not going to lie. Now, you are saving £5. You've got your flex buy, but obviously it is better if you're a Hochanda Freedom member. Hochanda Freedom members, you save even more money, and your flex buy means you're paying just over £20 this month to get everything delivered to your door. Next month, it's only £20 and something pence, 23 pence. No postage. It's definitely worth being part of Hochanda Freedom. No postage for the full month. You can cancel it at the end of the month, or if you think, yeah, this is saving me a bomb on postage, then keep doing it, keep renewing it, or it will renew automatically. If you want your one-day special, obviously go for it, but the big bundle is the one that's flying, as is the storage system. In fact, the storage system is now limited stock already. Ridiculous, isn't it? We've already had one sellout, and this will be our second sellout in half an hour. 127120, that is limited stock. That means there's less than 10% remaining. I'm not even going to say check your baskets out. Yeah, I did. 127120, that's your item number. Sorry, Leslie.
Oh, no, thank you, everybody. It's just nice to know that everybody out there likes what we do.
Happy birthday, love.
Yeah. Brilliant. Okay, with a large stamp, I always turn it sideways.
Yes.
Because I don't know if you find this, but doing it that way, you don't get the right pressure trying to do it up and down. So sideways on, you can actually make it fit a lot better.
Super.
Okay, so... And always press, as you know, stronger in the middle, because that's where you have the most pressure. If you press too much on the outside, it kind of splays it, so it does that.
Yeah. So put your heavier pressure in the middle. Yeah. And I do like them, when I'm doing proper stamping, I do like them to be mounted. I like a mounted stamp. That's a lovely crisp image.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
And I just like the words round. Okay. I know perhaps I'm a little bit partisan, but there we go.
No, I love it.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to stamp. So that's the image. Now, I've done this before, but never done it with canvas board, and I want to show you how you can get sort of a different look to this, almost like an arty look into the middle.
Super.
So ink the stamp up once again. Okay. And I'm going to decide which bits I'm going to... And I'm going to work where I'm going to work here. So probably that one there. We do that one there, perhaps, and then that one into one of the words.
Beautiful.
Okay, so let's start with this guy up here. And... this is where you leave the stamp down and you press into it, because you want as much pressure as you can on here to get as much of the image as you can.
And doing it the other way would be really difficult, because you'd be rocking, wouldn't you?
And not only that, because it's canvas, you won't get as much pressure to get the image onto the canvas.
Yeah, because it's that texture, you're fighting against the texture, aren't you?
Okay, so look, there we go, look.
Yeah, that's cute.
Onto the canvas, you see.
That's lovely. Storage sheet's gone. Technically sold out, that means they're all sat in someone's basket. Check your baskets out. If any bounce back, that means someone doesn't check out in time, because we do renew your baskets after 6 minutes. Any bounce back, I'll let you know, so you'll be up and you can grab one, but otherwise technically sold out.
So there we go. Just lift it straight up.
Yeah, beautiful. I do like that. It's one of those techniques that's It's a fun technique, but I love
it's
it
called
because it really emphasises
It's
things,
called
doesn't it?
spotlighting.
Yeah.
And it is just such a lovely technique to do, but I thought I would do it with this canvas this time.
Yeah.
Because you normally...
Well, it gives you the texture, doesn't it? Oh, wow. OK, the big bundle is flying out the door. How much? You're having a laugh. OK, 2/3 of the stock. You're having a laugh. 2/3 of the stock has gone. That's the big bundle. 2/3 of the stock has gone.
God.
It is flying out the door.
And I know how much stock we started with.
It is flying out the door. You're loving it. I'm so pleased. But well done. You'll love it. It is really, really, really nice. If you do want the whiteboard that the canvas has been put on, we have got that as well. Remember, the circles, the hearts, and the postcards. I've got some emails.
Oh, wow.
Reminds me of old days. So, 5 on here.
Wow.
Terry's emailed in. Hiya, Terry.
Hi,
and
Terry.
she says, I just want to say congratulations and best wishes to Leslie and all at Chocolate Brook for 1 year at the best channel around.
Oh, thank you.
I have loved Chocolate Brook since seeing them years ago. And they have excelled and over the moon since they've been on Hochanda. I love TGE stamps, or the stamps.
Yes.
But equally love the demos and samples that show all that can be accomplished with amazing designs and good quality stamps. Thank you for another beautiful collection. Terry in London.
Oh, thank you very much, Terry.
Now, I'll read one more for now and then I'll let you crack on. Richard's emailed in and says, hi everyone.
Hi Richard.
Please could you tell me if the rubber stamps perish over time? Also, do I need to condition them? Love everything Chocolate Baroque and Hochanda. Oh, thank you.
Thanks,
Happy
Richard.
anniversary, Chocolate Baroque. So, perish over time, do you need to condition them?
Could I ask you to just pass one of those inserts up from the special, and I'll explain why. Yeah, that's fine. On the back here, on your stamps, it tells you, right, that we recommend using them unmounted with a self-cling or tacky polymer, which will stick by itself on a acrylic block.
Yeah.
Natural rubber stamps can be used with all types of ink and paint. If you use water-based, etc., da-da-da-da. Okay, keep away from natural sunlight and excess heat, and your stamps should last you, we say, for years, but for guaranteed for life.
Excellent.
So no, don't keep them near a radiator. Don't leave them in sunlight because, like anything, it will, you know, it is a natural material even though it's been vulcanised. And the only other thing that's about that is I clean them off with a baby wipe.
Yeah.
I store them like this.
Yeah.
And that's it, you're good to go.
Excellent.
Don't put them in the dishwasher because then we won't honour them. We will replace them if you make them because they don't go through dishwashers.
No.
And if the
bit harsh,
if the dog decides to help himself to the post, well, then we can't do that either. But if you treat them with care and look after them, yes, your stamps should last you a lifetime.
Yeah.
So they don't perish.
Yeah. That's
wonderful.
wonderful.
There's a lot of people who have our stamps for years will verify.
Yeah.
They don't budge.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Richard. Thank you for your question. And enjoy your stamping. Now, you do need to be quick, however, because 75% of the big collection has gone. 75%. This is the launch. This is meant to be lasting. At this rate, you might be going home early. 75% of the stock has gone. Okay, then. What are you up to? I'll let you finish.
Yeah,
now, we'll read the other emails.
Yes, that's fine. So there's that. So we've got those done. Right, I'm not going to show. I'm not going to talk you through this rather than show you it. So using the colours, so that beautiful teal colour that I used earlier on, out of the colours, I did and added a little bit of the blue to it. This is on our drawing cartridge. Lots of water spritzed it, okay?
Wonderful.
And then just allowed it, and you just get this pattern to it, okay?
Beautiful.
Then I've taken the stamp, as you can see. Okay, I've just taken, what I've done is I've inked up the stamp. We'll show you this in a bit more detail later on, how you can get the words out from the stamp itself. But I have inked up just the tail of the bird.
Beautiful.
And I've used that to create the background.
Excellent.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now is put this together, she says. Okay?
Easy peasy.
Yeah, hopefully.
And I do love the colours.
I've got another part of the card missing. Just bear with me, because there is something else there too.
While our Leslie's having a rummage, over 80% of the stock has now gone. It is really busy. We're so sorry we keep doing stock updates. We have to do this because if we don't do stock updates, you don't know it's gone. And then when I go to you, it's sold out. You'll be like, I didn't even know it. We're nearly selling out. So that's why I'm doing that. If you do want it, you know what to do. Obviously, you've still got the other options, the smaller options, but what's that when you can have everything? And the first Flexi-Buy is such good value, £20 and 23p. It's such good value for Hochanda Freedom members.
I don't need that bit. I'm having to do this. I don't know where the other part of the card that goes through is, but I can show you. It'll go on a piece of black card, so well,
we'll
won't worry about
imagine that bit.
Yes.
We can do that.
This is the bit to look at.
Super.
So then you see piece of black. So now it doesn't matter what you've done underneath, but you can just take.
Yeah.
It's just to catch the theme of that tail, because I just think that tail is lovely.
Yeah. And it does. It just finishes it off, doesn't it?
Yeah. So let's take now the choice here. You could either. I'm just going to glue it for quickness, but I would have probably put this on 3D form.
Yeah.
Just to raise it up a bit.
Yeah.
Give it a little bit of dimension. Because we do like tactile cards. Somebody once said to me, I like a flat card, but I do like the ones where you can actually feel as if they've got substance.
Got a bit of substance.
Yes. Okay, so...
Beautiful.
And again, these just shows you how... I wanted to show how vibrant these paints were. Because you don't realise in the palette.
Yeah.
Right.
Do apologise though, because the paints have gone.
Yeah, sorry. I'm not sure what Judith and I are going to be colouring with in the next 24 hours, because we had quite a few demonstrations with the paints.
Oh.
Right, now the thing to do now is to just match this up. Okay, so let's just stick, there we go.
Love that.
There's that one.
It's nice as well as that, because it's
that's
nice
not quite dry.
Oh.
Sorry.
Well, I suppose, would you be able to wash that bit out?
Yes, you could.
Super. So just because, I suppose that's it, you do need to leave it to dry.
I didn't do my normal test, and my normal test is to make sure is the blot test.
Yeah, yeah.
And I didn't do that because this is an oil-based. I need to remember this is an oil-based
product. Yeah, stamping
ink.
Yeah.
And therefore it's not dry quite, you see. So please, that's extra, that.
Yeah.
That makes it unique.
And it also shows you to remember to do it.
Yes.
That big bundle, really, really busy. We're now approaching limited stock.
Oh my God.
Already in the first 40 minutes of the launch show. 108677, that's your item number. But we are
that would then go
limited.
onto a black background.
Yeah, and that'll just make it pop.
Yeah.
That's lovely. Can I nick that?
Yes, you can nick that with pleasure.
You can see there, raising those images, really allowing that to pop. Obviously, you can still get the whiteboard. You can just about get the big bundle, but we have got your one-day special remaining as well. If you do want any of the bits, please look at the website at hochanda.com, because it is exceptionally busy on the phones. We're going to see that lovely clip again. This is going to inspire some of the gorgeous things that we have got just about on today's show. Hello and welcome back. Some beautiful cards. Remember, we have got those gorgeous colouring in sheets as well. So I know you saw some of those at the end of that fabulous little clip. So if you do want them, put them in your basket. But I do need to tell you about this because it is ridiculously busy. It is limited stock already. Thank you ever so much. I'm so pleased you're loving these designs that Leslie's brought to us. They are absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous artwork as ever. And of course, finished off with all the the beautiful writing. It's a lovely, lovely collection. And of course, versatile. You know, you can do all sorts with these, whether you're decoupaging, whether you're using them for backgrounds, whether you're using them with your mixed media, whether you're just taking parts of the stamp out. And with these, because you can lift just one element of those stamps, you can change them completely. You have got the 3 backgrounds. You've then got the 3 beautiful main images with the beautiful words as well. Again, you can see the hand drawn as well, and I like that. I like that finish to them. I think it makes them really unique and special. Let me show you some more cards, because I know we haven't seen many cards, and the cards are just gorgeous that the team has done. And obviously we're seeing our Judith up next, so we need to see some of the team's work. Really pretty. Again, this shows you how many different looks you can get. So you can, of course, just create one beautiful design, colouring them in differently. You can lift the stamps. So with that one, you are getting the layers. You can just, I mean, that is stunning. Just stamped and embossed, which looks really, really effective as well. Or, let's have a look at this one. Or, see, that's pretty, isn't it? Stamped and embossed, and then the side panels just lifting those other stamps out of it. And I'm just going to be really naughty. Sorry, I want to get the other ones, but they're out over there. There you go. Well, you look at that, add that. Is it subtle? Yep, I'm doing it. Is it not subtle? There you go. See, you can sort of see the card. You don't need to watch me stretching around. But I want to show you these because they're beautiful. That's the one. Look at that. See, you wouldn't think that was the same stamp. So many different looks. OK, if you do want these 108677, that is now limited stock. So, again, you know what to do. Join Hochanda Freedom. If you join Hochanda Freedom, you're not paying postage. And your first payment is only £20 and 23 pence. If you want to join Hochanda Freedom, it's 6. No, it isn't. It's not all the 6s. It's 888. I always want to say that as well. 888. £6.97 if you do want to join Hochanda Freedom. Right, I'm going to give you some item numbers, pictures and numbers. First of all, obviously, the one-day special now. The words and the pictures option. We're also, good grief. Right, we're also approaching limited stock on your words and pictures. Seriously, this is so busy. 598700 approaching limited stock. £24.97. The other option, your beautiful backgrounds, a third of the stock has gone here as well. Very, very busy. 598700, that's your item number for those. Really, really busy. The beautiful colouring in pencils, 2/3 of the stock has gone. 597167, brand new today. £9.99 is your price. Remember those beautiful colouring in pages? We like these. Remember, 20 pieces of artwork on these. You've got your A4, you've got your A5, and you've got your postcard size. Only £9.99, absolute bargain. 202 958, 25% of the stock has gone there as well. Now, loads of goodies. Well, I say loads, not much goodies left. Check out the website for what is left. It is hochanda.com. Now, our lovely Judith, I'm glad we've got you before everything sells out, our Judith. It's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
Isn't it? Hey, you might get squirm early tomorrow.
Well, maybe.
Right. Or go out and have some Prosecco. What are you going to be doing for us, our Judith?
OK. What I'm going to do is... whereas Leslie stamped using the whole image in her project, I'm going to show you how to use the stamp, splitting up the image and the words.
Beautiful. OK.
And people might think, oh, my goodness, she's cut her stamp into 2. But if you use a pair of sharp scissors and you're really careful, you can cut the stamp up and then put it back together again.
Of course you can.
So,
so you've got that option.
Yeah, that's what I've done.
OK, so that's what you've been doing, is it?
And I'm actually going to use a bit of the tissue paper, which if you're very lucky and you win the hamper, you can use this tissue paper in the hamper bundle. Amazing.
So someone is going to be winning that. We said we were going to tell you last call. Last call might be tomorrow morning, but we will announce that. So anyone who's buying, basically, going for your one-day special or going for the big bundle is going to be in with the chance of winning that. Over 300 quid worth of stuff. Good stuff. And that's in there.
Yes,
super.
Right, yeah.
OK then, Judy.
Okay. So I'm going to stamp using some of the words from the wish flower.
Wonderful.
Image.
So this is the one you've chopped up.
That's right, yeah. There we go. And the words, I don't know if you want to pull the picture of the stamp.
I'll get all
It's
three.
the one, that's this one.
There we go.
Yeah, this one here. So I've actually put my words all together on the block.
Wonderful.
Like
yeah.
this.
Yeah, so rather than splitting them up
being
like...
staggered.
Yeah. Superb.
And I've just, what I normally do is I lay them on a mat that's got grid lines.
Yeah.
And make sure they're nice and straight.
Superb.
Yeah, so-
It is probably easier than... because I normally mask it off, but actually cutting it out, that's really simple, isn't it? Do you know what? Right, so the big bundle sold out, but one has bounced back literally. That means someone didn't check the basket out in time. If it's in your basket for more than 6 minutes, we're really naughty. We'll come along, nick your basket and let somebody else buy it. That's what happens. Imagine that happening in the supermarket. But that's what happens. So, be like, where's me? I don't know. Can't think of anything. Where's my pie? Where's my fry pie gone? Other pies are available, but not in tins. Technical seller, it has gone. I'll stop talking rubbish. Now, technical seller, it is basically all in somebody's basket. You have to check your basket out. Right, we're going to see what we can do. Our Nikki's on it. She's going to try and sort something out for us because it is a little bit scary that it's sold out so soon. The words and the pictures are also now limited stock. That means less than 10% remaining on your one-day special. 598700. We are going to see if we can do anything. Now, Leslie's, she'll probably be called away in a moment. But we will let you know. Okay.
Well, I'll just keep going.
Yeah, just keep going. We'll be fine.
That's right. Okay, so I'm using a grey ink to stamp my my words on the tissue paper because this is going to just be for a background.
Wonderful.
I don't want it to be too dark.
Okay.
And I'm going to use first and second generation stamping.
Super.
So I'm going to stamp the tissue paper and go 2 or 3 times.
Wonderful.
Because I want some of it to be quite bold and some of it to be a bit dark, a bit lighter.
Yeah.
So just repeat stamp across the page.
It's nice as well with your words because it does make a cool background, and
That's
I do
right.
like that, you know, over stamping on the softer.
That's right.
On the softer image because it gives it that really nice collage effect, doesn't
Exactly. I'm not going to spend too much time doing this because I know that we're short of time.
it? Indeed.
So here's one
you
prepared
prepared earlier.
And I've stuck this to a canvas board.
Yeah.
Just using a wet glue.
Super.
Matte
It's like a
medium
decoupage
or
glue,
something like that. Yeah, Mod Podge, anything that you've got in your craft stash that will stick this down.
Wonderful.
And I've just stuck around the back as well.
Excellent.
Okay.
I love working with tissue paper because you can get real texture with it as well.
And it fades into the background as well.
But it just looks part of it, doesn't it?
And you can still feel that nice canvassy
you can
feel.
see the texture of
That's
the
right.
canvas stuff. I have got more news. I am sorry. I know I must be doing your head in. But another technical sellout now. Sorry. That is on the one-day special. That is the beautiful words and pictures. Technically sold out. Any bounce back, I will interrupt. Judith again. 598700. Okay. Okay, so our knickers. Here I am again. I am shut up in this hour. Right, the big bundle. We've got a little bit of extra stock. We haven't got loads of extra stock, but it is on extended delivery. We can't get it straight away. But our Leslie's letting us have a little bit more. They're going to be dead busy. A little bit more. It's not going to be dispatched until the 11th of December. 11th of December 2018. It isn't. That's not true. It's going to be dispatched 11th of January. You don't have to wait almost 2019. No, you only have to wait a little while. I don't even know what day it is today. You only have to wait a little while for obviously more stamps to be done. But yeah, they will be dispatched for you this year. Don't panic. This month, in fact, which is great. But we haven't got much stock, so if you do want that, again, it's the same deal at the same price, just a little bit longer to wait. 108677. That made me laugh. Okay, sorry.
Okay, then I'm going to take the flower and stamp it onto one of our whiteboard hearts.
Wonderful. And the whiteboard heart, you've not treated it, it's just literally as it is.
Straight onto that.
Superb. Just a little hover.
That's right, just to make sure I've got it where I want it. Let's just have a look at the one I've done already, just to make sure I've got it on the right side.
Oh, Judith, we've only got 2 minutes. I am so sorry.
It's fine. I've got one I prepared earlier.
Hey, that looks so nice already.
And then I used some of the masking tissue, and I'm not going to take my time to do it for you, but I just peeled some of the masking tissue off and covered over.
Beautiful.
And I painted both the whiteboard heart and the canvas with some pale green paint.
Gorgeous.
And edged around the outside with some orange.
Oh, that looks nice.
And then, very quickly, I'll just show you the finished sample because I know we're running out of time.
Oh, Judith, I'm so sorry. That looks so beautiful. That's beautiful. Absolutely exquisite. So obviously the stamps, they are in that big bundle. They have sold out on, well, I don't know about individual. Have they sold out individual? I know they probably have they? Oh. They haven't sold out just yet individually, so if you just want that one, you have got that, so have a look at your individuals. I know the one day special that's in, that has sold out. The big bundle, we have got the extended delivery, so there are still a few options, only seconds. Ladies, thank you ever so much. At least we're still able to see you tomorrow morning. Well done. Happy birthday, love.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. And
that's
don't forget,
so exciting.
All of those that have bought out of the one day special will have chance of that fabulous bundle.
I know, that is so cool.
And the big thud you heard was my husband fainting, probably.
Miles
all
and
the way
miles
back
away.
into them.
Thank you ever so much. Do join us tomorrow because you've got some more lovely demonstrations, haven't you, ladies?
Yes, we have. We've got loads of demonstrations planned.
I know we need a thickener when you do that, when you plan all the demos, because they take forever to plan as well, don't
Thanks,
they?
Leonie.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm so pleased you've done so well, ladies. OK, thank you ever so much. I will see you tomorrow, as will the ladies. Have a nice evening.
We'll see you at 8 o'clock.
Bye, ladies. Oh, yeah, I forgot. It is 8 o'clock tonight. Oh, I am daft. It's because I'm going home. Now then, Crazy Quilling, that's what's next. Oh, they're so cute. And then it is. It's our chocolate baroque with the one day special. Oh, we might not be here tomorrow morning. Then later, Sarah.
I'm Sheena Douglas and I'm a stamper first and foremost, but I also draw my own stamps. Years ago, in days of yore, I started studying art and I got the chance to live in California, which I continued to study art there, and then got a different job in training, and then finally came back to designing my own rubber stamp range. To be part of the Hochanda family, and I'm pretty well known for messy crafting. It's a fair cop. I like inking, painting, stamping, die cutting, stenciling, and I'm really pleased that we'll be able to focus on sharing tips and hints and techniques as we continue, and so hopefully we'll see you there.
Hi, I'm Chloe from Chloe's Creative Cards. We are an award-winning family company based here in the northeast of England. We've been working with Hochanda since the very beginning and the launch of the channel, and we've had such an amazing journey so far. We've been bringing you lots of fabulous new stamps, dies, glitters, embossing powders, and we've got so much more to bring over the coming years too.